What's happening, everybody? It's Sean with Reactions to the Classics, and today we got a song battle. We got At the Drive-In versus the Mars Volta, brought to us by friend, longtime supporter, and patron of the channel, David. Thank you, David. Appreciate you. Appreciate all the patrons who make this thing go. If you'd like to support us in any way, check out that Patreon link below or the patron link on the end screen. We couldn't do it without the patrons. And if you'd like me just to react to something one time, just a one-off, check out our Buy Me a Coffee page. Can do some cool stuff there as well. All right. David always has great write-ups, personal stories, connects these songs. So I'm going to let David take this away. This is his words. The year is 2001. I'm in the beginning of my third year of college, but my main focus at the time was on music rather than my studies, if I'm being honest. I get that, man. The house I was living in just got satellite TV, and one of the stations I watched on the regular was MTV X, which showed mostly hard rock videos. And even by '01, MTV proper was not showing as much music content as it once had. Right? Yeah, no joke, and they don't show any now, right? One of the videos that was on a daily rotation was that of One Armed Scissor by a band I had never heard of called At the Drive-In. I was obsessed with the song, was not compelled to purchase the CD just yet, as I had been burned by a couple of bands and wanted to hear at least a second single before committing on a CD purchase, because those were about $15.98 back in the day, boys and girls. But whenever I talked to people, I always brought up the band and how much I loved the song. One day while CD shopping, I mentioned the band, and the cashier said, "Well, you know they broke up, right?" My heart was broken and decided not to waste my time on a band that had just broken up. That was 20-year-old David's logic. Hey, I get it, man. 20-year-old Sean's logic was very much the same. Fast forward to late 2004, and a friend came over with a mixed CD of a new band he thought myself and my roommate might be interested in, called the Mars Volta. Now, my roommate thought the band was fine. I was obsessed, so much so that a decade later I ran into an old friend, and the first thing he asked after not seeing me for almost 15 years was, "Are you still into the Mars Volta?" I couldn't help but find something familiar about that band, and my friend informed me that two guys in the band was in another band called, here we go, going to tie it all together, At the Drive-In. After playing the mixed CD to the point of it becoming unplayable with the smudges and scratches, that always sucked back in the day, it obtained in the wear and tear of being my obsession. I bought the Mars Volta's debut album, Deloused in the Comatorium, and started hanging out in Mars Volta chat rooms and MySpace pages. Yes, that's how we did it back in the day. I noticed there was a section of fans who still longed for the punk rock and post-hardcore sounds of At the Drive-In, and found the Mars Volta a bit pretentious. At the time, I'd fight anyone who'd say a slightly negative word on the Mars Volta, and after finally purchasing Relationship of Command, I still favored the Volta. As I get older and mellow out a bit, I have a love for At the Drive-In and really appreciate their sound. But to this day, the debates over which band is better rages on. What a fantastic thing to just kind of bring us into the personal story of this. So let's start out with At the Drive-In, One Armed Scissor from the Relationship of Command album in 2000, their third studio album, and last, as we know. Lead single, the lyrics, as with all their songs, is what I studied, I don't know that for sure, are cryptic. However, they represent the heavy touring schedule of the band, which ironically is one of the reasons why they reputedly split up. A one-armed scissor is what vodka Red Bull is called in Canada, in Toronto, when a shot of vodka is dropped into Red Bull, similar to a Jager bomb. On the road, supposedly the band is constantly intoxicated. The song is written from the point of view of this drunken and drug-fueled stupor. It also seemingly addresses the imminent split and divide of the band members into two factions, Omar and Cedric, who formed the more prog experimental, yes, the Mars Volta, which we'll get to next song, and Jim, Paul, and Tony, who formed the more alternative Sparta. It was the first At the Drive-In song to be played regularly on a number of radio stations, and considered to be one of the first emo songs to achieve mainstream success. It reached number 26 on the Billboard Alternative Songs charts and number 64 in the UK singles chart. The song was listed at 255 on Pitchfork's Top 500 Songs of the 2000s in October 2011, and it placed at 113 on the 150 best tracks of the past 15 years. That is high praise. Pretty sure I've never heard the song. I don't know where I would have, but you never know. All right, thanks again to David. I'm going to have the lyrics up as always. Let's get it.
This is the campaign, slithered in jails in the cargo bay. A new turd is a vastness, hollow vacuum, chop the oxygen tanks. They hibernate, but how they kiss the ground, pucker up and kiss the asphalt now. This amputations, splintered larynx, it has access now. Get away, transmission to the one-armed scissor. Get away,
All right, one arm scissor. A lot of stuff going on here, even up to the 35-second fade out at the end with some interesting stuff going on. But a lot of change ups in here. I mean, I guess it's emo, sort of, yeah, but it's got a lot of styles into this thing. But the lyrics are pretty vague, but I get where they're coming from. I mean, once you read the description of it and kind of what I told you at the start. But the guitar work from Jim Ward and Omar Rodriguez-López are fantastic. I think Cedric's vocals are great, but really well done song, and a song that I think if you heard just a couple times, I think it would really stick in your head. The cutaway, it's in my head right now. Now let's move to the Mars Volta and their song Televators from the Deloused and the Comatorium 2003 debut album. It's the final elegy for Julio Venegas, a close friend of Cedric, Bixler-Zavala, and Omar Rodriguez-López. The guy committed suicide in 1996 by leaping from an overpass into a freeway in rush hour traffic. Wow. In this album, Julio, the guy who passed away, is called Serpentax. The whole album is a fictional account of how Julio/Serpent spent his last days in a coma. Most of the tracks contain dreamlike images, but in Televators were pulled back to reality, and the fictional narrative matches real life. It's also subject of two other songs, Concertina from Mars Volta's first EP and Imbroglio from At the Drive-In's first album. Now, the only thing that confuses me on this, in another place, they said the album's based on a short story written by Cedric and soundman manipulation artist Jeremy Ward. So that makes sense. The concept album's an hour-long tale of Serpentax, a man who enters a week-long coma after overdosing on a mixture of morphine and rat poison. So I don't know if they just changed up the cause of death or whatever. But by the way, Julio was a El Paso artist. So El Paso, Texas, lived from 72 to 96. All right, so I just want to give you an idea of what we're jumping into as we listen to it. Let's get it.
Just as he hit the ground, they lowered a toe that stuck in his neck to the gills. Fragments of sobriquets riddle me this. 3 half-eaten corneas who hit the area, stalk the ground, stalk the ground. You should have seen the curse that flew right by you. Page of concrete, sting walks crutching, hobble sway, auto da fe, a capillary hint of red. Only this manupod crescent in shape has escaped. Fell empty with teeth that split both his lips, mark these words. One day this cloud crescent in shape has escaped.
All right, definitely about him jumping and hitting the pavement. That's for sure. We figured that out from the first verse. Another, just like the previous track from At the Drive, like a very complex arranged song with all these different things going on. Cedric's voice on it is fantastic, changes it up some. I mean, you can tell it's the influences from At the Drive-In, like you can tell it's just built upon here. Like it's the same sort of vibe, just a more refined way. The song was fantastic. 6 minutes, 19 seconds. Spent its time getting you in there and then taking you out of the scene. I mean, obviously it's incredibly intense what it's talking about, but man, yeah, that was really good as well. But now I got to pick a winner. And this is one of those, I talk about recency bias on this when I do these sometimes. If I've never heard either song, sometimes the last one I heard is just the one that's still in your head. And sometimes I think you pick it more often. And I'm going to do that here. I don't know if it's recency bias or not. Both songs are really good. This Mars Volta song, I think, is just even more complex and refined, but there's no wrong answer here. So I'm going to go with the Mars Volta, but I need to know what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below who you think won and why. Thanks again to David, as always, bringing a fantastic battle. And until next time, guys, I will see you